right, so we have game 2 of What Is It, the Game Show, and we have our panelists, and I'm not sure if I see all the contestants.
That's okay. We can roll.
Excellent. So we have as our panelists for game 2. First, let's see, that would be Master Avery Shaw from Ansteorra, and now we have Master Colwyn Staghorn, who is from Caid, and then we have Mistress Carden Killian, who is also from Caid.
And you are?
Well, I'm Beorn of the Northern Sea, just the announcer. But you are Master Laertes. You're the host of What Is It, the Game Show.
Hi, hey, thanks for joining us for our second episode. Hope you stuck around and listen to Mons performing. Awesome. You know, I used to tease him that his hurdy-gurdy growing up in Texas, when he would start the drone on the hurdy-gurdy, I would think a tornado was coming. Anyway, I'm glad you joined us this evening. Normally you would see Beorn and I Monday nights hosting live from Caid, but we're doing What Is It, the Game Show in support of Bardic War. You know what? Let's introduce our contestants. We have an all Duchess contestants this evening. First up, we have Her Grace Conall O'Riordan. Hello, Conall.
Hello.
So you're joining us from?
I'm joining you from the beautiful lands of the Outlands.
Oh, so behind you, is that the view out your window?
That's actually a picture outside of my office window.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So
gorgeous.
I moved here.
For everyone that's in Caid, that's what blue sky looks like. And so you have reigned how many times? 3.
In
Ansteorra, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, but with Miguel, right?
Miguel? Have you seen him?
That's good. Thank you for joining us this evening. Let's see who you'll be competing against. And that would be Her Grace Bridget. Hello, Bridget.
Hello, and hello, Your Grace. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Indeed.
So, Your Grace, you had the opportunity to reign twice. Is that correct? Here in lovely Caid.
Two.
So obviously you're a quicker learner than Her Grace Conall. Anyway, you're welcome. Conall and I have known each other a very long time, in case you can't. Yeah, she knew me before I was even less of an old. All right, so just for people that are joining us for the first time, who would? Just a quick reminder of how this game is going to work. Both of our contestants are going to get 100 points. There are 4 rounds to the show. In each round, an object will be shown to our panelists. They will describe what they think the item is, and the contestants will wager up to half of their points on who is correct. If they are correct in guessing who, they will get those points, and if they're not, they will lose those points. And for each round, the odds and payouts get bigger, or bigger is the word, so that even if you fall behind early on, you have an opportunity to catch up at the end. I think that's it. I think we can get started with this party. So, hey, what do we have for the first round? Ooh.
We get introduced?
Oh, yeah. Well, when I talk to you, Mr. Impatient, jeez, holy crap.
It's those Hollywood types.
I was going to toss to Colwyn first, but forget that. Hey, how are you today, Avery?
Not too bad. Survived the week. Doing okay. It is lovely to see everyone. Wish it was in person, but hey, we'll take what we can get right now.
And you're joining us from where?
I am in the lovely barony of Bringalad in Ansteorra, and I will admit I may be biased as far as the 2 contestants. Your Grace Bridget, no offense, but Conall tied my scarf on my arm, and I may be a little biased that direction.
Indeed,
But here's the deal. She's an Outlands now. She can't give you any more awards. You can just do what you want. So.
Oh, but I can always give him the eye.
Yeah, she just raised an eyebrow at me, and that ends right there. So
Master Avery,
yes, sir.
What is this?
Well, okay. Food and I obviously get along quite well. This is a cooking instrument. It's Venetian, 13th century, I think, and it's used to tenderize meat. You can tell it's the Venetian one rather than the Persian one, which is earlier, because the Persian one was square. The Venetians didn't like those corners, so they made it round.
Okay, I see that. It's a meat tenderizer. So, okay, whatever. Colwyn, Master Colwyn.
Yes,
You're joining us from Caid,
I am.
and
You can tell by the background.
right. And so you were one of the premier members of the Order of Defense that opened up here in Caid, correct?
I was truly blessed to be one of the premiers, and it's been a marvelous adventure. And I couldn't have stepped up with one of the greatest men I've ever known. And then there was you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know, I want to say that Mons was very excited on that announcement. You just reminded me, I forgot to wear my doobie. So while you're describing what this is, I'm going to put mine on. So what is it?
Okay. This has a very interesting history that goes back to Marco Polo, because he actually brought this back as part of his journeys on the Silk Road. This is actually a Chinese branding device. They used it for thieves and that kind of thing. What they would do is on the back of the hand, you can see at the top, there's a little plunger, and what they would do is fill it with ink. And depending on the severity of your crimes, they would stab you in the back of the hand and inject different colored ink into it to mark you as a criminal. So it was basically a branding so that when you went back out, your crime was known for what you had done.
I'm not surprised.
I didn't say it was pleasant.
And I'm not surprised you know that either. Your Excellency, Sarah.
I had mine removed.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Thank you for patiently waiting. I'm sorry you have to go after Colwyn. I mean, you take a nap.
You know.
So you're joining us from
fun.
Caid. You're joining us from Caid too, huh?
Yes, Gildenholt, down south a little bit from you guys.
Oh, very nice. You're close to Bridget. So, well, thank you for joining us this evening. Can you tell me what you think that is?
Well, everyone knows that this is a leecher. It's to suck blood. And you would take that metal cylinder in your hand and you'd plunge those blades into the body, and then you would suck the blood out. And it was when leeches weren't available, or maybe it was a little bit too gross, you know, because plunging the blades in, that's not gross at all. And the tube would suck the blood out in the same way that Cole was talking about, but opposite direction.
Yeah, speaking of sucking, we're talking about Colwyn.
Right.
And you know, Mons really enjoyed your description too, I could tell. Thanks, Mons. So let's go to the contestants. We'll go with Her Grace Conall. Do you believe it is a meat tenderizer, a tattoo branding device, or a artificial leech type of thing?
I believe it is a meat tenderizer, and I will bet 30 points.
30 points on Avery. All right, Your Grace. Bridget, what do you think it is?
Well, I'm amazed that no one said felting tool, because that's
Actually what I
fiber
thought it was.
Yeah, I was waiting for one of y'all to say felting tool, and that would have been my go-to. I don't think, not that leeching was ever awesome, but I think that would definitely kill people, no matter where you put it. So I don't mean to be twinsies, Your Grace. It's got to be a meat tenderizer, and I'm going to start off kind of sedate on this. No, we're gonna go 40 points.
40 points. Oh,
Nice.
bold move.
It's gotta be a meat tenderizer.
So, hey, Mons, which one do you think it is? He doesn't know. Okay, he's just a musician. Beorn, what is it?
Well, when live leeches were unavailable, this was
No.
used as an artificial leech.
Oh my gosh.
It is the most inefficient leaching mechanism I could think of. Not the most,
I
but
like mine much better.
I'd like
Oh.
to see a real one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I figure
Will
Bjorn
each-
and I can make a meat tenderizer like this and actually do a cooking show around
Oh,
that
yeah.
thing.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
I think
awesome.
we're good.
A leech tenderizer. There you
So-
go.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm pretty sure if I
You
saw
both
this
lose
device, I
points.
would choose leeches.
You know,
Or
I
a
almost
leech
said meat
tenderizer.
tenderizer as well.
So, and Conall, you now have the lead with 70 points.
By attrition.
Okay, let's see what the next
Okay.
item is.
Can
No,
we see the entire item?
well, I think it just rounds at the end. So,
Okay.
okay, you know, it's Zoom. What do you want? Okay, so we'll get this one out of the way early. Colin, what do you think it is?
Oh, well, this is actually really simple. All right, this is actually one of many things that would have been found in a blacksmith shop because they would have different gauges of them. So you can see it's got the loop on the end. So what they would do is hang them on pegs along the wall, and there would be different sizes, different thicknesses, and different lengths. So they would have standard gauges and lengths so that they would use them for measuring out and doing different projects within a blacksmith shop. So they had to be built to be really durable, and they would get rather warm, ergo why you hung them up.
Well,
And that's what it is.
okay. Sarah, what do you think it is, Your Excellency?
I think that this is used from the Roman era, and it would be a stopper that you put inside an irrigation system, and you could sort of adjust the flow of the water through that system.
Okay, sounds like a stopper, like you said, it's a stopper. And so Avery, what do you think it is?
And I only know this because I live with a Gwyneth and she has done some weaving. This is for making baskets, and you use it to tamp down the reeds so that you get a tight fit, and you have it's made out of iron so that you can actually push the reeds down hard to get a nice tight fitting basket.
Okay, so it's either an iron gauge or a stopper for Roman irrigation system or a tamper for making baskets. Let's see, Bridget, you're behind. So how much do you want to waste?
We're just gonna go 25 points.
And don't forget the payoff. Payoff's 2 for 1. The penalty is just normal. So
Okay.
20 points.
Um,
Okay.
Not the basket. I'm gonna go with the not the blacksmith tool. Not the irrigation.
It's not create your own answer. That's a good different.
No. Those are all three. Those are the it's I've got to go with Caradwin again. Caradwin's won already, so yeah, it's got to be the Roman irrigation tool. Gotta be.
Okay. Well, that was a long drive for a short trip.
Sorry.
You're great, Conall. What do you got?
A long drive. It's a short cut.
I'm gonna bet another 30 points, and I'm gonna go with a blacksmith tool, the gauge.
Okay, your graces. Bjorn, what is it?
This device is called a wrapping iron, and it makes sure that you can tamp down on the strands of reeds to make a basket.
Why the hole? Why the hole? What do you do with the hole?
Oh,
Yeah,
you know
no,
what?
handle.
I'm gonna say you should have asked that question when Batista was on earlier.
You don't want to know.
You know,
I'll ask you later. I am curious what the hole is for.
Yeah. What the hey?
Honestly, I
No, reeds,
actually
not
think
hay, reeds.
I've seen something like this being used. It's actually, that's where you put your thumb or your finger to hold on to it,
right?
and it gives you leverage when you're pushing down.
Huh.
Oh,
So
so
you
you
said it was comfortable.
so the hole
Yeah.
is for your thumb, is what you're saying, Avery. That's nice to know.
Or finger or whatever.
Like a beating
Okay.
blade.
All right.
So,
All right.
at least you're consistent. And actually, we have a tied game at 40 points. But don't forget, the odds for this round is 3 to 1. So anyone can win this game. So what's our next item?
Please. Stop it.
Oh,
No,
okay,
Laertes.
so
Down.
we're going to get this out of the way early.
Please.
Avery, what do you think this is?
I really just am surprised you put this up here. It's a Finnish sex toy. Look at the ridges. What do you think it is? I mean, come on.
So ridges make it Finnish. Okay. I've learned something new today.
I guess it
You
makes
say
it for a
rid-
good finish.
your Excellency. Well, what is this thing? Sarah, what is it?
Okay, sorry, wasn't sure you were talking to me.
Oh yeah, because Cohen has a hat too. I forget.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
There we go. Okay. Interchangeable.
It's
I
the
think
hat
Sir
trick.
Mons would know this one because he has been practicing these as late. This is the long stem. It's part of the bagpipe that you play without all of the bags attached.
Oh, okay. I can see that. And Cohen, what is it?
Well, shocking as this is, I actually know what this is. All right. you can use this. It was actually invented because the spoon wasn't good enough for stirring different things like porridge or oatmeal. What this was made specifically to stir thick, like what would consider modern oatmeal and that kind of stuff. And they would stir, and because it wasn't a spoon, it didn't clump up and you always have to bang the spoon. This was an invention to make stirring your morning porridge or oatmeal a much less messy type of thing to do. So it's a stir stick.
Thanks. So if we're tied, so you're Grace Conall. What do you think it is?
I'm gonna go with the bagpipe part.
And how much you willing to wager on that at 3?
How many points do I have left?
You have 40.
40. I will wager 20 points.
20 points for potentially a 60-point payoff. Very nice. Okay. And Bridget, what do you think?
It's a spurtle. It's a spurtle. It's a porridge stir.
Damn it.
How many points of your 40 points are you going to call?
I think I better go 30 just to make sure I have something to sweep the floor with. But spurtle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Bjorn, what is it?
This is a wooden Scottish kitchen tool known as the spurtle, used to stir porridge, soup, stews, and broths.
I did something right. Yay.
Yay.
Very nice.
That's because I was captain of your guard.
You are.
Okay. So score going into the final round is 130 points for Bridget, 20 points for Conall. Now, but the payout's 5 to 1. So if you get this right, now, as we talked about, final round is a piece of artwork. So the panel's going to tell you what they believe the title of the artwork is, and you need to determine what really is the title of it. Can we put the artwork up? And well, that's pleasant. So let's start with. I feel like Mons is staring into my soul. Let's start with Her Excellency. What's the title of this piece?
This is the extraction of the Stone of Madness. And there's this little stone that's right in his head that's being cut out. And the surgeon there is wearing the funnel hat. I don't know if you can see right there. And then there's, of course, a monk that's standing by that's drinking. And they're taking that stone out of the guy's head.
That's great. Avery, what is it?
This is a painting by Caravaggio, and it's obviously his famous painting, Where Did I Leave My Watch?
I don't have a comment for that one. And Colin, what do you think it is?
Well, this painting is very confusing because there's lots of different focal points. I mean, you can look at the person who is like just stretching and obviously very bored by the whole circumstance. And then you have the person off to the side who looks like she's checking her, if she had a phone, she'd be checking Tinder on her phone or something like that. And then you have the two people in the middle who are very focused on this poor chap in the middle. And if you look at them, this poor guy, it looks like they're plucking a walnut from his head. So something very bad has happened to him. But what really draws your focus is the way too happy doctor in the middle. And as you know, they didn't have the term doctor. So they actually call them surgeons. So the name of this is the Happy Surgeon. Surgeon. That's it. They didn't have sturgeons. So so that he enjoys his work. So he is the Happy Surgeon.
Very, very nice. So we'll let Bridget go first since she's in the lead. Who do you believe is correct?
Okay, recap the names. I got the Happy Surgeon.
So the Happy Surgeon is Where Did I Put My Watch? And what was the other one?
Mine was the extraction of the Stone of Madness.
Extraction of the Stone of Madness.
It carried win and 18 points.
8. Wow. At 5 times. That's a
just want to make
huge
sure. Just want to make sure.
All right. You know what? Maybe you can do it. So Your Grace Conall, who is telling the truth?
Avery's pitching it.
So I'm gonna vote or bid on all my points,
Okay.
all 20. And Serdwin, or is it Caradwin?
Third one.
Are you saying it's the extraction of the Stone of Madness?
Exactly. And it's a little hard to see there.
And Cole, when you say it is the Happy Surgeon,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with the Happy Surgeon.
Happy Surgeon for all your points.
All 20.
All your, hey, Mons. Which one what do you think it's called? You're the more historic person on all of these.
You know, I think it's where did I leave my watch?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why he's not on the panel. So, Beorn, what is it?
This is a painting by Hieronymus Bosch, The Extraction of the Stone of Madness.
Oh my gosh, look
Okay.
at that. So
Sorry.
Your Grace Bridget, very nice.
Very nice.
Wow.
Skin of my teeth.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was a lot of fun, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank
It's
you.
so good to see some of my friends and you, Colin. And it's so good to see your graces. And thank you, Conall, for joining us. Again, Rowan, thank you very much. We have another episode coming up, so stick around. One more episode, and just wait till you see the panel for that one. I want to thank Rowan and Mons and everyone else. And Beorn, back to you.
Thank you all. This has been What Is It? The Game Show. And we're now going to have Sir Mons play us out.